Hi, everyone. My name is Val Walker, and I'm the CEO at the Business and Higher Education Roundtable, or BHER. I'm taking the productivity question from a simple angle. When businesses and post secondary institutions partner on work integrated learning, or will, think co ops or internships, and upskilling, productivity goes up. That's my thesis. A quick word on BeHer first. We're the only national cross-sector table where businesses and post-secondary leaders work together on talent, skills, innovation, and productivity. And we don't just publish papers, we build and deliver programs. We do this with federal support. With their support, we've created over 100 partnerships and helped to deliver more than 70,000 will experiences for students. We've grown an employer network of over 12,000 companies across the country. So we've seen what works on the ground. And here's why what that work matters. Canada's post-secondary systems can be productivity engines. They build talent, they generate research, and they anchor innovation corridors like the one between Toronto and Waterloo. But only if education and the economy are lined up. When they aren't, we get missed opportunities, slower growth, and talent moving away. So, what's in the way? First, a skills mismatch. Employers need a mix of tech skills like AI or data skills and human skills, communication, teamwork, problem solving. But students don't always know how to explain the skills they have to employers or how their program maps to real jobs. There are skills silos. During school, we still sort people into programs, STEM versus arts versus business, whereas most jobs need a blend of all of those things. And AI makes that even more true. There's the underutilization of international students. We need the talent, but too many international students land in programs that don't lead to strong jobs. So they struggle to stay and work in Canada. There's also an underuse of our graduate talent. We need more people with advanced degrees, but we need to train them for the private sector because that's where most of them will end up. And finally, we know Canadian companies have long underinvested in on the job training, what we call upskilling or reskilling today. And I'm going to suggest there are two ways that we can move the needle. One, more will for students. Will is learning with real work baked in. Co-ops and internships for sure, but also shorter projects, micro consulting, hackathons, or case competitions. And it matters because students learn how work works. Employers get early access to talent. In our program data, our outcomes are that two-thirds of our employers report a productivity boost as a result of working with a student. The problem is not enough students are getting a will experience before they graduate. And will for graduate students is a big part of the problem too. As for the solution as we see it, we need to expand flexible types of will for students and for companies. We need to make it easy for a small firm, for example, to post a 3-week challenge, and for a humanities or a graduate student to jump in with a solution. Second, we need better upskilling for people who already are on the job. Tech is moving fast, roles are shifting. Upskilling helps workers adapt and helps companies keep the experienced people who know their business. The solution here, build continuing ed programming that industry can plug into, create more micro credentials and other on ramps to education for mid career adults. And as a bonus, this is also a smart revenue stream for institutions when it's built with employers. So I want to give you a sense of what some of these partnerships actually look like. They're a college course where a local company brings a live problem and students deliver solutions in 4 weeks. It's a university lab pairing graduate students with small or medium-sized companies for a micro consulting project on data or AI questions. that they do in 6-week sprints, not 6-month placements. Or it's an employer consortium funding micro credentials that stack towards certificates, taught evenings and online, so workers can actually do them. In terms of the payoff, if we can do this at scale, we get faster school to work transitions for new grads. We get higher adoption of tech and new ideas inside companies. We get more pathways for international and graduate students to stay and work in Canada. And the big one for this conversation today, we get productivity growth from better use of human capital that we already have. That's the core idea. Partner differently, learn differently, and deploy our incredible people faster. Thank you.